say, great job by Delaware State to come in there, play hard, move the ball twice real early, and then we got control of the game. Those guys come in there. Kenny's a great coach and does a great job. He's really got that program, turn them in the right direction. I've known him a long time, and he's a heck of a football coach. So hats off to them and their future. But proud of our guys, played a complete game, dominated the game, but we should have dominated the game, and we went out and played and did it, and there's something to that. And played it for 4 quarters. Even the guys, when the backups and everybody got in the game, they went in and played hard, executed the offense, did the right things, took the right steps, played with consistency, what you want, played with good energy, and we made plays down the field, and both sides scored on defense, scored on special teams, scored on offense, and it was great to see all 3 phases. And what's his name did a great job. DJ did a great job. It was very electric when you give him time. He was awesome on the day. Our receivers caught the ball. Quarterback was good. Backs ran the ball. Great job by Ryan Green. Senior, great to see him go out there and score 2 touchdowns, have some great runs. And of course, Amir, Cam, Jacquez, all those guys did a great job. And just happy for everybody, and get a good feeling, and play well, enjoy the evening, and get ready to go play the Gators next week.
Jim, back here, when your team scores 77 points, what does that say about your offense on making a statement on you're ready to go down and play the Gators next week?
Well, I mean, you play well, but we scored in all 3 phases, scored on defense and special teams, and we got field position. But at least it gives you confidence. You know you can execute, and you got other guys that made plays, and when you go out there when the numbers are on the board, and you do the things you got to do, situations and reads. Again, it's still confidence and experience.
How much would it have helped James to have an opportunity like this early in his season?
Would have made a big difference. People don't understand that. Those games are very vital. You just the cohesiveness, just to be able to go out there and do it with the lights on, and people don't understand. But it's big, and then also big to get all the young guys energy and let them know they can play in games and all that stuff. But it would have helped him.
Do you think it'll help him now?
Yeah, I think it will. Anytime you play well, I think anytime you play well, and like I say, he's been in some battles and some wars and some great environments. So he's going to be in one next week, that's for sure.
Jimbo, without your bye got moved up effectively, and then all these close games, being able to get the veterans some rest, having all those going in the last couple of weeks, how important is that? Huge.
I mean, you have no idea when you don't have the off weeks and the longevity, and that's what I say. 2 things playing these games. Hopefully you can develop your younger players, you get them in games, you get young guys experiencing games, and you help football. People say these games aren't important. The people who say Power 5 teams don't play Power 5 teams are crazy. I'm going to say that right now, because you got to give back to this game. If you don't feed the chain down that way with the money and the things to help these programs stay afloat, football's going to go away. Because then they help the Division IIs, they help the Division IIIs, and all the way down. If we don't understand that, we're missing the boat about what we do, because football's under an attack anyway. And all of a sudden, you take those scholarships and opportunities away, other kids, and what are they going to do in high school? They're going to go play other sports. Then all of a sudden, you don't have any players, because football ain't the same in high school all the way down. So, you know, it's great to play these games. It's also great for them because financially they can help, and we can develop young players and all the things you go. And plus, there's upsets. People do get upset. People get beat in these games. But I think it was great to do all those things today.
Jimbo, what was the discussion to move it to 10-minute quarters?
No, we had to ask if we had such a substantial lead. There's no reason. You don't ever want to embarrass and humiliate anybody, and not trying to. But you know, just to shorten the game for their guys, and they stay healthy and do the things they have to do. There's no sense in that. And so we agreed to do that.
Jim, I know you're happy for the seniors, but also a guy like Mountlow will walk on to have a catch like that.
And the first someone in there never scored a touchdown here. I mean, to go out there and do that and make a play. And let me tell you something. I said this. There was a time, I mean, he was having some time. He could play and help us. We had some guys got healthy again. Justin is a really good player. He works his tail off in practice. I mean, he is the constant team player, hustle, play, his pride and joy to be at Florida State, and to be able to walk out there and score a touchdown on senior day like that for him, man, that you don't have how happy that makes me for him and his family.
Did you see the reaction of the team?
Oh yes, saw him. Saw when Comer made the tackle. Saw when everybody. I mean, those guys. Those people have no idea when those guys how hard they practice, and those guys knowing they have no chance to ever play or be a starter, but just give you everything. And that's what football team and team sports teaching. Our team was so excited for him. I mean, he is a great kid.
Did you know on the play that, hey, this has a chance for him
Yes.
to be a touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like for you as a coach to see him dive and make that
Very happy.
catch?
Very happy. That was a great catch and something he'll remember forever. He'll be able to say it forever. And like I say, that's some of the greatest rewards you ever have in coaching. We're talking about winning championships and all that other, but watching that right there, those are some of the greatest rewards you ever have in coaching.
Jimbo, here in the back, I know you've talked about this a lot. You've been asked about the importance of winning these next 2 games and really become bowl eligible and keep that streak alive. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's very important. I mean, it's pride. I mean, it's what we play for. The ultimate goal is to go to a bowl. We've got a great streak, and not just because of that, but that's a goal for this team, and for them to become the best they can become, and for us to win 2 games, to go to Florida and win. You saw I don't know what it ended up there. It was 14-7 at halftime. I know of Auburn and ULM. They told me. So I mean, you got 2 really good teams that can play, and for us to become the team that we have a chance to become, it doesn't matter when you get it, just so you get it, and that would be a great goal. And watch the perseverance and character of our kids, the way they fight back, and hopefully it's going to be a tough task. I'm going to tell you that right now. We're going to have our hands full, and there are going to be 2 teams trying to not to be that team that allows us to do it. So we're going to have to play 2 great games.
You mentioned Ryan Green. He's a guy who's really waited his turn. What's it mean to you for him to get that moment?
Very happy for him. Great to see him make great runs, great plays. I was very happy.
Jimbo, what does it say about him to stick around so long? I mean, he scored his first touchdown since his freshman season in 2013 today.
It was awesome. I mean, great character for him to stay in the program and do the things he needed to do. I'm very happy for him.
Jimbo, Derwin's effort on the interception, I mean, given the final score, maybe you lose it, but at the time it felt like a pretty significant play.
It's a real significant play. And here's the thing, no matter what the score is, it should never affect your effort. It should never affect your effort in what the score is. No matter if you're up 50 or down 50, or it's a tie game, your effort should always be the same.
Jimbo, DJ Matthews, 130-something return yards in the game. Just talk about how
Got space, and he's dynamic. He will be a really have a chance to be a really good player if he'll continue to work and do the right thing. And I think he can be a heck of a receiver. Got tremendous ball skills. Just had to, he's starting to grow up and do the things he has to do. Well, I say grow up, but just mature from being here. He's a true freshman.
Has he also grown more comfortable in that role as well?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Trey and Nathan weren't first half, so did they get hurt in practice this week? Or?
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be ready to go next week.
What did you see different from the special teams today? There was a blocked field goal. DJ Matthews had
a good push. DJ got we got blocks, got push on the kicks, did the things we had to do, and had a great kickoff return. Had a penalty on the daggone thing. But Pops fielded a short kick, which is those things are always I call them alternative kicks when they kick that second level. People do that. Those things are a lot more difficult to handle because you don't see many of them. We practice them all the time. It's great to see all those things executed.
McFadden had the scoop and scored.
Picked it up, got the block, finished the play, and all of a sudden when you do those things, man, that ain't hard. And all of a sudden you start to make them. Hopefully we'll continue to do it the rest of the year.
Jimbo, night one had the touchdown, but then he had the penalty afterwards.
Yep.
What did you say to him coming off the field?
Go sit down. That's ridiculous. I love him. It's great, but I don't ever believe in humiliation or that's just something we don't tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate. He'll be fine. We'll punish him. He's good. He set the rest of the game, but it's not necessary because he was playing a great game, doing a great job. Just score a touchdown, hands for official, act like you've been there before.
Jimbo, late in the game, I mean, obviously the game had been decided for a long time, but when Amir had his fumble and looked like you kind of called him over to talk to him again, is it a good teaching moment for the future for a guy?
Yeah, I mean, because this guy's going to be a heck of a player. This guy has a great future. He's going to be a heck of a player, and he wants to please you so bad. He gets on himself too bad, and really as much as anything, hey, don't. All right, go to the next play. We got it back. All right, we fumbled it before. All right, let's fix why did it happen? Why did it happen? Let's fix it, move on.
Jimbo, for the second game in a row, you have, Tate, Gavin, Patrick, all those guys kind of back in your first string kind of offense, gaining some continuity in the first half. Yeah, what can that do for you guys?
It'd be huge, and especially when we get them all in practice. Like I said, they're not all practicing all the time, but they're for the most part are. And so you do that, and it builds around James, and you get that because what a young quarterback needs, like I always say, is consistency, where things don't change, where he don't have to. Great quarterbacks can make up for a lot of things. Okay, as I say, everybody else's blunders. Those great ones, they become great. People don't even notice it. All the little things they do. Some of the greatest plays Tom Brady ever makes is probably when people do things wrong, no one sees. But when you're young, you can't afford to do that. It doesn't happen. So when you got the right guys around you who can execute, where you can just worry about my job and do this and go through your progressions, it makes it so much easier. And he hasn't had that all year. That's been a very difficult thing for him to fight through because sometimes he's right and they're wrong. You know what I mean? And he's going to make his few mistakes, but at the same time, you got to have that consistency around him. So it really makes a difference.
Is this the first time he's had a chance to be on the field and kind of breathe? I mean, every game's been.
Yep. Makes a difference. And those things, you learn to play yourself into them. You just don't want to start with those. But, hey, that was the hand we were dealt.
Were there some situational things that you were happy with, just in terms of execution, red zone, third down, anything like that?
Oh, everything. Making third down decisions, the special teams, the things we were doing. Like I said, the alternative kicks, being able to field one of those. They hit a second one, then Derwin cut up, and we got the return. It's an automatic return when they do certain things. We got it and popped it down the side. I mean, a lot of little things like that. I mean, a lot of things you don't see.
Did the defense get irritated by that touchdown? They didn't do anything really the rest of the game.
Well,
after that.
they just made a mistake. Hey, we give up a post. They got in quarters. We got inside leverage, and you get a little greedy and squat a little bit. And then we had a couple scrambles. We in our rush lanes. We got to make sure we get that cleaned up. They had a couple nice scrambles that come out there. We had some big fourth down stops after that, but we got to get those things cleaned up.
How good can Kendo?
Got a chance to be a good player.
He had 4 sacks today in the second half.
Yeah, he's got a chance to be a really good player. He can be a really good player in the future and he works at it, which he does. He's a very intelligent young man, a very conscientious young man, and I think has a chance to be a really good player.
Can he be a game-changing type of player?
We'll see. I don't know if I knew that now. He'd be in there playing all the time. No, but we'll see. He'll work, but he'll work at it. He's one of those kids that'll maximize his ability. I'll be shocked if he doesn't.
Getting the opportunity to play like Marvin Wilson got a lot more. I mean, all those guys, does it keep them going a little bit more?
Well, it keeps them going and gives them confidence. And anytime you can walk out there and play on a game, when the lights are on and fans in the stand, it makes a difference in your development. A huge difference.
We have a handful of guys that were here in 2013. They all played today. Just when you think back on everything that they've seen and been through, is it a pretty special group?
They've been tops of the bottom. I mean, things that go on. I mean, they've been to the high up here, and they watch all the young guys again. They've had injuries. They've been back. They've done. I mean, it's just fun to watch. I mean, think about what they've been through: 4 New Year's, 6 games, national championship, playoff games, Orange Bowls, Peach Bowls. I mean, they've seen it all, and hopefully we honor them the right way and remember them the right way.
The season hasn't exactly played out as expected, but how much could it mean to kind of continue the run you're on against Florida next week?
It'd be huge. That's what I keep saying. Become the team you can become. A team has a 1-year life expectancy. This group will never play together again. A team has a 1-year life expectancy. That group will never ever play together again. And you want to make it special, and you want to get your memories, and you want to remember the people who stood in those foxholes with you and fought, scratched, and clawed, because they'll be your buddies the rest of your life. And when you need something, you'll go do that. And for them to continue that and be that, that's what team sports is about. That's what football's about. Because football's the ultimate team sport. It's about not quitting no matter what people think, what they say, what they write, what they do, because at the end of the day, they read it too. It's about them. So they don't have to worry about that stuff. I mean, they understand that, you have my back when it was tough. That'll be a lifetime bond that you can't break.
Coach, do you think those things that you've been working on in practice are starting to play out on the actual football field?
Oh yeah, no doubt. And they just got to relax and make plays when they can, and hopefully we'll continue next week. We'll need them next week.
Coach, considering some of the letdowns Blackman has had with turnovers and things throughout the season, do you think that you saw an improvement in his consistency and confidence in this game that held you?
I don't think he had letdown. I think he's made mistakes. He's never let down. His competitiveness as a competitor, he's never let down. I mean, that guy gets up, the shots he's been hit, he's been fumbled, he goes right back in the action. But he'll grow and mature and get better and better. And he took care of the ball, made good decisions. They threw the ball away a couple times, made all the right decisions for the most part I can think of. And so we'll look at the film and see. But he's growing, he's getting better. You're good?